Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Today we are going to cover these two topics. Today we will cover these two topics and next week on Sunday we will cover remaining things. Might be Sunday and Monday we can complete the next whole basis. We will complete, and if anybody having any doubt they can do, and the servers will be available till 10th of June. Till 10th of June the servers will be also available. You can work on those servers and hands-on. Today, in our today's session, we are going to cover these two topics. Printers and background jobs. How to schedule the background jobs and how to set up the printer and school administration tasks. In SAP systems, we are having the different types of processes. We are having dialogue, work process, background process, school process. These are the different processes are there. We have different purpose of those processes. We have different purpose of those processes. In SAP systems, we are having different types of processes. You can see the picture diagram of here. We have dialogue work process for interactive login. Whenever a user is good login, the dialogue work process is used. Background work process is used to schedule anything in the background mode. Suppose I want to take the backup. I want to run a report. We can use the background process. Update to update into the database. And school processes for the printing. We have already covered dialogue work process. We have already covered dialogue work process. How to log in the system, background update and school. All these three processes we are going to cover now. Today we will discuss about how to use these processes. Background update and school processes. What the definition of these processes? Dialogue work process. Fulfill all the requests for the execution of the dialogue steps triggered by an active user. Additional dialogue work process on requests are not covered by other work processes type. Every dispatcher requires at least 2 dialogue work processes. It means whenever we are going to run. Suppose I want to log in into the Tian system or any SAP system. I require a dialogue work process without dialogue work process. I cannot log in. Minimum to dialogue work process is required. I just log in with GDAC user here. You can see all the dialogue work process. Now to see the process. SEM50 is the T code. SMF is the T code. With that we can see the process. Dialogue work process. We are having multiple dialogue work process. Like here you can see I am having total 10 number of dialogue work processes. Whenever a user is going to log in, the dialogue work process listens to incoming requests and process the user requests. A dialogue work process, you must be having enough number. Suppose one dialogue work process can accommodate 100 users. If 500 users want to log in into the SAP system, we must be having at least 5 or 6 dialog work process, update work process to update into the database. Background work process we require to update into the to schedule anything into the background. Suppose I want to run a report in the background, I can use BTC background work process. Spool work process is for printing purpose. I want to take the printout. I require the spool process. These are the 4 type of processes are available in SAP system. These are the 4 type of processes. Dialog background is full. And today we are going to discuss about spool work process, how to take the printout. This process is responsible for printing purpose. And this process is responsible for background scheduling. If I want to schedule anything in background mode, I can schedule using this process. And if I want to update anything, we can use this process. Today we are going to do these 2 things, printer and school administration. Suppose I want to take the printout of this screen. You are able to see my screen, right? I want to take the printout. There is a printer button here. I can take the print button. Then it is saying output device. What would be the output? I have to select by default. If I want to select LP1 as output device, then I am going to take the output of this device. You see, here there will be a spool request generated. The spool number is 10/07013 is created without immediate output because we don't have any printer assigned here. A spool request is created with immediate effect. The spool process is responsible for printing in the system. We have 3 types of printers in SAP. What are those 3 types of printers? We are going to see and how to create printer, define printer, how to perform the spool administration. These things we are going to cover today's session. This spool process you created, right? But it's already there, right? There should be 2 spool processes, but it is showing only one. I am not creating this. Spool request is created, not a spool process. This is what it is saying, is spool request is created, not the spool process. This is the existing one, right? One is enough. If I want to create another spool process, then how to define this? Like I can go to Azin. Azin is a T code. We can change the parameters because this is related to parameter. We can change the spool cross parameter. We can see that. If any parameter I want to change, I can go to here and I can change like work process. Number is spool. I can display here. Now it is set 1. Current value is when if you want to change it, you can put to 0 to 512 maximum value. You can put 500. And 0 is the minimum. We can change it also. 1 is enough. 1 is enough. We can, but we have created a spool request. Like that. Whenever a person is want to take anything, then it is going to create a spool request. How the flow is happening. Now I am going to discuss the flow. Now you got some idea. Now we will see the flow. You guys understand 3-tier architecture. You are going to log in. You are going to log in through SAP GUI, right? SAP GUI, you connect to the server. The request comes to where? The request comes to the server here. This is your SAP application server. SAP application server. And SAP application server is connected to the background. It is connected to the database. In our case, everything is in one box, but normally it is in different boxes. This is the presentation. Many clients are connecting application server. Application server is connected to database. Database is always one. We can have multiple application server. Whenever we are connected to the server, whenever we are going to connect from SAP GUI, then the request goes to the dispatcher. Here we have a component. Dispatcher. Dispatcher. Dispatcher then communicate with the processes. We have dialog work process. We are having a spool process. We are having a process. We are having background process. And we are having update process. We are having 4 type of processes. Then dispatcher is suppose Sanjay is going to log in here. Sanjay login into the SAP system using SAP GUI. The request comes from GUI to the dispatcher. Dispatcher will assign a dialog work process. Then dialog work process will get the data from the database and retrieve the information and pass it to Sanjay. But suppose Sanjay is going to update anything, then it is going to update into the table. Dialog work process is going to see the data, but it cannot update. Update is done by the update work process. For update, you can see, suppose Sanjay is trying to edit a table which is having the primary key. Sanjay is trying to edit a table which having the primary key and he is trying to insert a duplicate primary key. Will his update successful or not successful? Not successful. Yes, absolutely right, because primary key is only one. If I try to insert additional, I will get any failed updates. You can see the failed update using the transaction code SM13. As a basis consultant, you have to see also daily basis any failed updates happen or not. There could be several reasons. I have just given one of the reasons, like several consultants are working in a SAP. Some guys are like not able to perform the task because due to the error. We can find any failed updates here. We can find any failed updates here. Here we can see the failed updates. We can just SEM13 is the T code with which we can find the failed updates. SM13 to find the failed updates. Now I want to schedule anything. I want to schedule because the dialog work. Now Sanjay want to run report at 9 p.m. One way is either I have to come to office at 9 p.m. Either I have to come to office at 9 p.m. and run the report. One way is like this. Suppose Sanjay want to run a report at 9 p.m. Suppose Sanjay want to run a report at 9 p.m. Either I have to come to office at 9 p.m. and run a report in dialog mode. Another way could be, the solution is this. I don't want to come to office. Or I can run a report in background mode. By scheduling that. By scheduling that. I need not to come at office at 9 p.m. I can schedule the report to run at 9 p.m. Suppose I want to run a report at 9 p.m. I don't have to come to office. I can schedule the report in the background mode. This is for the transaction. Code related to scheduling is SM36 and SM37. That transaction code we will see now. SM36 and SM37 to schedule the background jobs. S36 to schedule and SM37 to monitor the background jobs. Thesis. Now we want to take the printout. I want to take the printout. How to take the printout? Suppose this is our server. Now we have a printer here. Printer is here. Suppose all this is running in Windows or any operating system. Operating system is Spool. OS is Spool. We have operating system is Spool. Operating system is Spool. If operating system is Spool, and then it can take the printout. In SAP, we are having 3 types of printers. In SAP, we can 3 types of printers. The 3 types of printers are local printer, remote printer, and front-end printer. Local printer. Local printer means both are running same. If host is Spool, host ends is Spool. Run in same system, it is known as local school. If it is in different system, it is remote. If you don't have to define the if front-end printer to use without defining the printer. Front-end printer means whatever printer is attached. Front-end printer is. Suppose here, I have a printer attached to my machine. I have a printer attached to my machine. On client machine, Sanjay machine. In this case, I can use front-end printer. This is front-end printer. I can use front-end printing. In this case, the printer need not to be defined into the SAP system. Only local and remote printers we can define into the SAP system. I will show you. I am going to first define the printers. And then we are going to take the printout. And then we will see how to manage the school. Sanjay, this local and remote means. Local means what? And that server itself we configure the printer. The local means SAP school process and operating system school process. Both are running in same machine. Both are running in same machine. You can see here. Both are running on server number A. This is server A. Suppose server A. Remote printer is like we have another machine. Server. Here we have the OS school. This is printer OS school. If operating system school is not running in SAP system, then it is a remote printer. If operating system school is not running in the same server, then it is known as a remote printer. Now, we have the OS school. We have the OS school. We have the OS school. We have remote printer. Local printer and front-end and printer. Three types of printers are: the OS School is running on remote server B. Can be another server, which can be also the company's print server. Absolutely right. That could be the company's print server. Local means that machine itself. I will be installing the printer service itself. Operating system. Printers will be like, suppose you want to take the print out of from HP printer. An HP printer software is installed on the server where the SAP system is also running. Then it is known as local printer. And if it is installed on some other machines, then if I want to connect, it's a remote printer. And suppose now you want to take the printout and you don't have to find the printer. Suppose you are connected through SAP GUI and the printer is attached to your machine and you don't want to define the printer in SAP. Then you can take the front end printer. I can choose which printer I need to print. In front end, whatever the default printer is attached to you. Whatever default printer is attached to your machine, you can take the printer. I will first create a front-end printer. You can see. To define the printer, we can use the transition code SPAD. SPA is a T code. With that, we can define the printer. Here I am going to like output device. I just say front-end. Just a front-end printer. Any name you can define. No entry defined. I am going to edit this one. Now I am going to create a printer. I am creating a front-end printer. The access method is defined. Device type. I cannot select the device type. These are the printer models. There are thousands of printer models. HP can I be Intel? You are seeing the list. Right? You are able to see. Like if I am creating a front-end printer, I don't have to like do here. Device type. I can select. But the device type here, we can say maybe front-end printer. The device type would be everything depends on here. Like how it is going to connect. When we are going to define that device printer as a front-end printer, local printer and remote printer. Spool is going to communicate with the SAP spool process is going to communicate with the operating system spool. The connectivity method could be like here. Access method. In access method, how the operating system spool is going to communicate with the front-end spool server. Here we have the different methods are there. We are having CSAF printing using F. Printing on the front-end computer. Whatever the computer is connected on the front end, it is going to take the printout. Here we can see device attribute. Device attribute. I don't give any device. Because maybe any device could be. It could be any device. Then access method. I have defined here. Front end printer. Output attributes. We can define how it is going to take the printout and then save the setting. Specify a host printer name. I say anything I have just given. I have created a printer FP. FP printer has been created. Front-end printer got created. Same way we can create a remote printer RP. I am saying remote printer. But in remote printer we have to define the model. What is my model? Printer model. Because the printer actually must exist. I am saying it would. It is laser. Sanjay, if my printer model will be listed here? If it is not listed, how do I choose? Then you see, all the printers are listed here. Suppose the software you have installed in, and after that, a new company has come. New company has come. And that printer you have, because there are thousands of printer companies. Then that model is not there. You can use this result also. Device type. Here you can see the device type selection. If device is not able to show here, you can go here, dataset version. You can update the printer information. You can download the printers list from there, and there will be X that will be available. Later on, if the printer is not there, you can do the device result also. Printer result. Then access method. The access method will depend. What kind of access method? Let me show you the different access method. The main important slide. The vital outlet. The molar hit. The auto brings out. You can hear your DINs use. From tomorrow, I am having this training, ADM 100 training for a customer. This is like full day training for 10 days. I'm just checking printing. Here the slides are better. You can see. Are you able to see the slide here? Local printing. The local printing, you can see the SAP system is full process and operating system is full process. Both are running in the same machine. And then this is connected to the print server or physically local server and they can print. Now SAP school process is going to communicate with the operating system is full process using L or C method. L or C method. This is very important. LC method. I will write it here in our picture. LRC local printing method. The LRC method. If it is a local printer, if it is a remote printer, U method. U for Unix operating system, S or U for Windows operating system. Here you can see different servers. SAP server is different than operating system. Is full, is running on different machine. Here the method is SNU. Access method is SOU. O. And front end printing, we have the access method G here. Whatever the front end PC is using this server, they can. The operating system is full, is running on the front end machine. The operating system is full is running on the front end machine. Here the access method is G. Like here, we will write here. OS is full is running on the front end machine. And here the access method is G. These are the three methods. LOC, SOU and G method for this. When we are going to define the printers. SAP GUI for Windows. In this case, if you are using the front-end printer, host printer name, you have to select default. The printer name, you have to select default. Now I am going to define the remote printer in the remote printer. I am going to specify the host method. Host method remote printer. Remote printer we can use SOU. We have to select the U protocol or S protocol. Print using SAP protocol. Device attribute, I have defined HP printer. Access method is this one. Host printer. Name is remote printer. Save it. Enter a destination. Now it is asking for the destination host. Where is the printer is located? I don't have any printer. I've just school server. It is saying unable to connect because we don't have that server. But we have created the remote printer also. Front-end printer. Remote printer is connected. Front-end printer. Again, I'm going to edit. Here we have two. Access method is. Access method is. Access method is. Access method is. Access method is G. Access method is G. Host printer name is underscore default. Whatever the printer is attached to my host machine, it is going to device attribute, output attributes. Everything is. Now I'm going to create local printer. Local printer. Here I'm going to access method. Here for local printer, we have to use ROC method. Host printer name. I have a specified and then we have defined the three types of printer: front-end printer, local printer, remote printer. Print it. You are able to understand how to define the printers. What are the three types of printer? Any doubt? In this way, we are going to define the print. We will take the printout. Whenever we are going to take the printout, what actually happens at OS level? We will see in the slide. Windows or GUI. You log into the GUI. Spool request is generated. All this is spool requests are stored into the temporary sequential area. That is, spool work process is going to communicate with the operating system. It is going to take the printout. Spool request is generated. Whenever we are going to take the printout, spool request will be generated. I will try to generate. I am going to take. I will run some. If it echo. I want to take the printout of this one. Printer. This time, output device. I am selecting my front-end printer. Put devices. Front-end printer. Set. Immediately. I want to take the printout immediately. I will be having two requests. Spool request. Output request. Wait, generated. Continue. Continue. Are you able to read what it is written here? Now, send SAP people. And we got a screen here also. Are you able to see? This is for printing. I am using the Microsoft Print PDF. Because I don't have printer is attached. I'm just taking the print as a TIFF. This is from your machine, right? This is machine, the same server machine. Because whatever is the output is there. We got the output. It is not put. Output request is also set. This is my out. Here no software for. Nothing is there. It is just you see here. The spool request is generated and two spool request. You can see using the transaction code is T. With that, we can see the score request. Just mention here and specify user. We can see the school request. Don't specify any school request. It is going to tell me this is everything. Not done. Is do. What was my output? You can see the output also. This was the output. At that time, I have taken the printout of this screen. I have taken the printout of this screen. You are taking the printout of the report or all those things. It is very important. As a basis consultant, you have to delete the score request also. That's what I'm asking. We can delete also, right? This request, the school request is there. Some finance guy. He was taking the printout. Company employee salary or important documents. All this because basis consultant will be having the full authorization. They can see all the school related data. Those things you have to specify with security. And we can delete the data later. Doing the confirmation, you can delete or delete option. This will be gone from the log. Otherwise, if request is there, anybody can see the person who is having the authorization. I can come here and I can see what output you have taken. Right. I can see What printout you have taken? If I just delete this one from here, it would. I have already taken in the paper. I don't require. Then I can delete the school request. Can we schedule this deletion? Like instead of manual. This is, we can schedule the deletion also. Scheduling is, can be done using the report. The report name is S. Delete old school request. We have to schedule this. Deletion of the report. We can say without the school request. Older than. Older than. If I mention here older than 2 days or 1 day, every day, it is going to delete the yesterday's school request. 1 day. Delete old school request in processing. If it is in processing, complete. If complete, you can delete the school request as per the status of the school request. Any request which is completed should be deleted. Incorrect should also be deleted within 9 days, as you can specify. And then we can execute. There will be a background job will be scheduled. This is running in the background mode and it can delete the old school. This is the all these spool requests. A spool request is generated. Spool. We the transaction code to delete spool request table T. This is a transaction code. The spool request. We can delete the old spool. Rest use report. We printing. What is printing? Globalization. Suppose print language with language with error language system running system. English language because sys unit unit system support language default languages install sys select default, coming, suppose, language, support, languages, E, language, support, language, default, im, packet, this transaction, create, spatiate, map, language, language, in, happen, app, language, there, get, support, whether, with, English, like, printing, support, script, with, app, language, the internationalization, tick, string, print, 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 the whether, print up, supporting, language, the Arabic language, but are you able to see the Russian language? Russian language number 5. No, it's very faint. It's not. It's not shown. It's like hash. It is in the hash. It means your printer does not support Unicode. I am using RP print. RP printer is not supporting this one. I just go back. I will make the settings in my RP printer. I will open a session. I will go to the SPAT code. SPAT define the printer. My printer name was RP remote printer. That I was using edit mode. Then we are having a Unicode print setting. In Unicode print setting, I can specify which kind of Chinese flavor or Korean flair or Japanese flavor is there and then save it. I made now my printer as a Unicode printer. Unicode printer means it is going to support all languages. I can just go and run this script, multiple script. My printer name is RP print preview. Number 5, Russian language. Are you able to see this time, right? Yes, now you can see the Russian language. Everything depends on the setting of the printer. What setting you do like? Earlier, the same printer was there. RP printer was there, but we have not enabled the Unicode printer. When we enable the Unicode printing, we can see we can take the printout in any language, whatever the date format is. Language format is there, it can show us. Can you show me one more time where you enabled? Yes, how I enabled? I go to the spool administration. Here we have the Unicode. When we click the Unicode print setting, we have this option. We have selected any of the flavors like Chinese, Japanese or Korean flavor, and then we enabled it earlier. It was not enabled. It will depend on the printer. Also, suppose your printer is very old printer. Maybe at that time this will be grayed out. Means you cannot do the Unicode setting. But if not supported, yes, but if it is giving coming here, you can take that. Then we have lot of options are there. Printers is a very big topic. Here you can have a lot of further options. You can see the different color mode, color tray mode. But this is the major important thing. We can create the printer using the transaction code SPAD. SPAD is a T code with which you can create a printer. Spool request. You can monitor using Spacer1. All the spool requests are stored into table T03. You can delete the spool request as spool. The process is S process spool process. Spool process is required to do the printing. If suppose you don't have any spool process, it means you cannot take the printing from the SAP system. Right? This is the whole. This is the whole idea about printing, how the printing is going to work. In SES, got it. Got it. You want to do exercise. I can just give you one exercise you can do if you want. Yes, please, you can do that exercise also. It will be such a good one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Third task, create a local printer with your printer NSPL1. Create a local printer. First, you have to check the process. Spool process is running or not. Take a printout of your SM50 screen and specify the printer. Note the spool request number. Check using CodeSpeller1. In SPR1, you can check the spool request whether it is there or not. Then you have to create a local printer with your name in SPR1. We will have to first create the local printer using the SPAD. Yes, correct. Yes, you can create a local printer also using SPAD. You try to do local printer. When you are going to create a local printer, the access method is access method. You put /SPAD right. SPA is a T code. You just push SPAD. Because when saying and doing is a lot of difference. When you are going to do it by yourself, it is very, very difficult. Maybe you are screamed. First time right. Like complicate where it is, all these things. Steps. Also, we are forgetting. While you are teaching we are listening. But after that not. But you are having the video of this one. You can follow because here everything is very, very concentrated format. We are not like, otherwise our training may be for 30 days, 40 days. Our training is very, very short time. But in this short time, we are covering each and everything. We are not missing anything. We are going to cover how to create the printer's access method. But again, I'm going to show you each and everything. I'm just describing again. You can also try by yourself an access method. First, you try by yourself. If you are facing anything, you can ask me. I can guide you. I think we have virtual machines, that which we prepared. He prepared. We have the virtual machines which Sanjay has given us. We don't have our virtual machine. But if you remember, prior to Sanjay started the training, we had decided then possibly we will give the environment and then they will install. Though they actually gave very high configuration like 132B memory like that. We asked for a specific one, but I'm just saying that now, since Sanjay is here, we can, with his help, and he has shown us how to install. Now, I guess the training is only for today, and then subsequently it will happen next week. Then this week, maybe we can try to install it ourselves and any queries or something. We can clarify that in the next upcoming training session. Try that. Just see from where we can download the installable. Maybe Sanjay can share with us. I don't know what you can share because it will require us to put the license key from SAP support. I think you cannot use those softwares in your, like what we say, in your corporate network. Otherwise, it would be a very because downloading software can be done only, but the Mac is saying that you can have the VM. There is no problem in VM. VM is a virtual machine. You can just deploy the VM deploy on your VMware software. You have the VM. But we will need the NetWeaver software, right? That we are saying. No software would actually you can create. They will be having the development quality and production system. They can take the VM of the development system and they can give server name should be below than 13 characters. This is very important. Sometime what happened? Your server name is more than 13 characters. Server name should be 13 characters. The server should be above Windows 2012 server. Right. It is not Windows 2004. It is going to be installed. Server should be above Windows 2012 server, server name, and paging file. Should be 40 GB minimum. Forty GB you have to use. Paging means virtual memory. Virtual. You know how to set up virtual memory, right? Virtual memory should be 40 GB. Otherwise, it is not going to install in your system. Physical memory. Physical memory. Physical memory. Minimum is. And hard disk. Hard disk requirement is only. These basic things in your computer should be there. It should be server. Paging you have to set. Physical memory. And then server name should be below 13 characters. Right? These are the some prerequisite for installing. Whenever you are going to install the software, you have to check. And file system is also important. One more thing I forget here. File system. Like suppose if you are having 2 feet, it is not going to support file system. These are the prerequisites for installing the software. Now you can try to create a printer. And first you are going to create a printer with the SPAT code, access method L or C, and try to take the printout and check all the things whether it's working or not, and then create a front end printer. You will be getting an idea here. The access method is G, and you can no need to specify in the just use _record. You. At least you can try to create one printer. You will be getting very clear understanding how to create a printer. And then you can do it by yourself. And if anybody having any problem, they can let you. Maybe you share your screen, other people can see, or people like me who are not actually accessing you. You can share your, if you want, you can. That's a little bit complicated, man. No, that's why you can start sharing. And then let me see. I need to remember everything now. No, you can. You can do it by Solfa. I will guide you. That's a just log in need to use, guys. Right, you can. You cannot use any. Any, it's up to you. Any ingress system. I have given India Fairfax in 5 pass. Here you can use your user id user. Your user password is India 7575 capital. Now let me go to SPAT code. SPAT. Yes, output device. Now enter. There is a edit button on the lock. Yes, there is a paper button. Yes, create. Device type first output device. The printer. Name your name. Let's put FP1, right? No, you can put your name is better. I'll put FP hasn't. FAP hasn't, front end printer hasn't. Device type, let me choose. No need to specify FEP. No need to specify. Yes, front end printer. There is no need to. Then Spool server. Spool server is the server where Spool is running. You select Spool is running in the same server. You can select this option running 0, 1. Now go to access method. Access method. Yes, here we will choose G. Absolutely right. G front end, print and G. Host printer name, put same name FP Hazen. No, printer name underscore default. Whatever printer is attached to your. This is for the local, right? No, not local. This is for the front end printer, local printer. You have to define the actual printer name, local and remote printer. You have to. This will choose our default printer. Right? Then save it. Save it. No need to change same. Then save. Save it. Short number. Yes, your printer is created. Now you go back. Yes, further go back again. Go back. Go to the home screen. Yes, now you run the transaction code SIM50. You want to see the process. Spool process is running. Are you able to see the spool process? Yes, this one. Now you want to take the screenshot. What is the time? Now you can see the time. It's mentioned that 10:52. Yes, you take the screenshot of it. Take the printout of this one. There's a printer button on the top. Yes, output device. You type your FP Hazen or you can select from here. Yes, no need it will. You selected one. Either you can search there or you can. If you remember, I can search here. Yes. Then there's the arrow click button. You click on the button. It will show all that the printers. Hazen. Is there FAP Hazen? Yes, then print time print. No, don't print. Yes, immediately. It is going to take the printout also. Otherwise, it is just generating a spool request. Could not determine a suitable format. Is this fine? Yes. Could not determine device type not defined. Then click device type. No, it means your printer is not properly connected. Device type not defined. You keep it. Cancel this one. We need to go that screen right. No, you can open a new session. Open a new session. /o enter generate. It is going to generate a new session. You don't have to type again and /. Again type /o enter generate. Yes, it is going to create a new session. You are having now two sessions. Now here, go to That's Bad and try to solve your problem with the printer. What happened? Output device. You can select from here. FPS and enter edit mode. Go to edit mode. Device type. You have to select standard Windows. Printer is coming. You scroll down Windows printer. Device type. What would be device type? Because it could be any printer. Microsoft, that will come right. Device type Windows, generic sharp Windows is not coming. Something will be there in Microsoft. No, I'm not able to search device type Swin. Swin is there or not? Swin. You can search as Swin. Yes, Swin is there, Swin. Microsoft Windows driver. Is there this one? Yes, Microsoft Windows driver, right, Swin. Now you save it. Save it on the. You can minimize this screen. Now again you go to take the printout. Print right, print output device, SP Hazen. Immediate formatting set to. This one now take. Now it should come. Yes, school request is just generated. Now you are having the printer. Yes, this is my printer. Yes, it printed printer is there. It has been. You can take the printout. As a PDF or whatever you want to take, you can take. You can have. All the printers are attached. Whatever, I will be able to choose my own printer. Yes, you will be able to select your own printer. In this way, we can take the. Now we want to see the school request. Go back. Yes, where? What is the command? Yes, where? What is the command? Pardon, now that's full request. We need to check it right. Now it is saving your. You can save it. Let's see whether some data is there, or you can open this file and check whether it's. Where is this? I think in the Rio desktop it's gone. This is the one. This is the file. Now this pull request. We need to check right. Going spell record. Go to spare a code. Sorry, /and/. Yes, now you can just execute F8 or execute. You execute. It is saying complete. Yes, this one completed. Yes, completed. It's pull request. Sometimes some users are failed or any problem. You can see what is the problem and you can try to find. I can delete also. Right like selection this and delete right. If anybody else is having the authorization, they cannot see what output you have taken. Yes and delete. Yes. This starts. This is fine. This is printing is done. Now we will see the background jobs. What are the background jobs? How to define the background jobs and how to run the background jobs and check the status of the background jobs. Background jobs, background jobs. We have two reasons to do the background jobs too. Because we want to schedule something and heavy reports we cannot run in the dialog runtime. We are scheduling in the background. What is the background job? Background job is a collection of a step. Background job is a collection of a step. Background job is a collection of a step. A step could be a B app program. It could be a program or it could be external program. We can define background job using SIM36P code and SM37% to check. We are having 6 status of a background job. The 6 status are scheduled, release. Schedule means you have defined. Schedule means you have defined but no time. If release means there is a time, like suppose the 9 p.m. you have defined, then this is a release. Then ready now 9 p.m. to background job. You have scheduled, but you have only one work process. One is running, one is ready, then active. Active means running. One job is active, one job is ready because we have only one background process ready, active, finished and cancelled. Finished, and then these are the 6 status of a background job is ready, release, ready, active, finished and cancelled. All these things. We are going to see how to create a background job, how to monitor the background job. Background job is nothing. It's a collection of steps. A step could be a B app program, operating system program or external program. I'm going to define a first background job here. You are able to see my screen, right? SAP screen. Yes, ma'am, 36. SM36 is a T code with which we can define a background job. I'm defining job. Name is Sanjay. The job class suppose 9 p.m. I have 3 jobs but with the category job 1, category B, C. One job is having category F, one job is category B and category C and we have only one background process. Which job is going to run a B or C? I don't know. Categories may be your priority. You mean to say it's a priority? Yes, priority a B, C means the priority. Which job is going to run? But we don't know the priority. A is higher priority or what? Yes, very good. A is the higher priority. You are right. A is the higher priority, C is the middle priority, and C is the right. You can set the priority. Suppose 200 jobs have to run, but we don't have the resources, we don't have only 2 background process. Higher priority job will be running from the lower priority job. We can set the priority. Then we have to run the next step. What this job is going to do? This job is going to run a BF program, external command or external program. Suppose this job is going to run Windows command. You know any Windows command. If this Sanjay is going to run Resposal 43, this report will show me the parameters. Resport in 43. This report shows me the above parameter. This report is going to then save it. This report is going to. Now we have this job is created. Now we have defined the job. We can save it. When we save it, what it is, the status it is. Are you able to see the status? What it is written here, scheduled, but it is not released because we have not defined when the job has to start. Right? Then we can define the start condition when the job is going to run immediately, date or time after job, after event operation. What we have lot of options. We can say you won't believe there is a consultant who just do only the background job. There are SAP consultant who just do the background job and business process operations. You can make it more complex and more things especially for the telecom companies, because in the telecom companies we are getting the different kinds of messages or all this. Everything is the background job. We can say immediate and then we can say the period. It's a periodic job. I can say this period is every 1 minute. This job has to run. Save it. Now every 1 minute, this job is going to run. Then save it again. Now save it. What is the status? Now released. Released. Now my job has been released. Also now, we will see the status of my background job, whether my background job is running or not running. Samta username. You can see with the username or you can see with the other user. Also, if I just say star, it will show all the users' job. If I just want to see with the Sanjay user schedule release, we can see schedule release ready, active, finished and cancel, then execute. Now you are able to see one job finished also 28/5/23, 11:05. This is us time. Then it not us time. This is our server time, Germany time. We have set our server on their Central Europe point time. This job is finished. We can see the status. We can see the job log. Job is started successfully done. Job is started successfully done. Job is started, finished, and then it's completed successfully, right? Now we can see the output of this job. We can select this one, spoon. This is the output of this job. There is a 17 page in this output. It is going to show me the 17 pages. This is the output of this. In this way, we can create a school request that we can see the job. We can schedule the job and we can see the job. This is And you won't believe, this task I did for 6 months when I started my SAP career, my job as a basis, like a consultant, but my task was like to monitor the jobs were coming from. In my case, what was? I was working with the Skoal Technologies in India, Noida, and I was working for company egg, my customer, yes, America International Group egg. What my task was there? I was a basis consultant and I have to monitor. They have the server, they have the SAP system here egg. Which year? Sanjay 3 to 2006. I was there, but it was Tata egg. Right, Tata egg is a Tata subsidiary in India. Egg is America International Group, like Lick is from India. If Lick goes to Vietnam or Cambodia, then it's a Cambodia lies. You used to work for directly for egg, yes, egg, and they had us 400 as well. No, back then, they have a lot of systems. I was working in there. As I am not working with egg. Egg was the client of technology. We are supporting the client egg. What was my task is like they have Sun America company. Sun America Valley. The data is coming from different system to SAP system. The data is coming from different system to SAP system, and in SAP system the background job is running. I have to see the background job in SAP. We have to monitor and my slave was there because I was a junior guy. My task is just to run this T code SMEM37 every half an hour. Every half an hour I am running the T code and I have to check whether any job got cancelled or not. Very rare, in a week 1 or 2 job got cancelled. Then I have to inform the customer that job got cancelled. Then programmer is going to work. Interface team is going to work. Maybe there could be several reasons. There is a link brokerage. There could be network problems. There could be several reasons. Then they are going to identify because later on this is printing. Later on it is going to the bank and then they are releasing the checks to the customer. If this job is not successful, it could be like a hamper their complete flow. In this way, it is going to work. Now you can do. Also, I am going to first document what you have to do and then you can do. Hassan or somebody, they can share the screen and you can try to do it by yourself. You will get that right. Now you have the background task. First, you have to create a background job. Create a job 73060 code. First, you are going to create a background job. In step, you mention any wrong name, any wrong report name. You are going to not mention the right name, any wrong. A BAP report name, a BAP report name. Like your name, you can mention anything. Save it, check status. Then define the time, check status and save in SEM30 key code. Check complete. Define the chat time interval every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes this job is running. Every 2 minutes this job is running. And then the check place status and send some 3070 code. You can check and complete place it. For background job and check how many check the job logs. What is the problem? But before that, you have to check the in SEM50 check background process. This is first task. You have to check first how many background process are there, because it will depend if you are having 10, 5, 20, how many. According to that, you have to plan the jobs if you are having very less number of work processes. You have to increase the process, because whenever you are going to schedule a job is going to use this process, background process. First, you check the process 50s/n. SIM50. I have only three background process. I have, yes. Now you are able to understand where is the background process. 3 yards there. 3 background process are there. Right? It's in this same screen. You can run the same screen 76/m36. You can schedule a job 36 job. You type your job Hassan. Yes, job Hassan. Job category. Let's make it a yes, high priority. Yes, then how to define a job target? Right? No, target is nothing. Target is the server where you want step. In program name you type Hassan, because there is no Hassan program. When you are going to yes, we will face some problem. Then save it, check save program. Hassan does not agree. Yes, you have make the check. Check, don't check, you just save it. Oh, it is not saving, giving error. Hassan does not exist. It is very smart. It is not like that. You can type ask for some report, any report. Anything else is there here, you can search from it. Then could be thousands of reports. You select anything. Take this now. Yes, you select any report. Now you go back. Yes, now here is the save it. Save button is floppy. Now you check the statement. Yes, it is scheduled. Now after step. Now you have to define the start condition, how the job is going to be done. Start condition. Start condition, immediate period, job periodic, job paid periodic values, other period every 1 minute, 2 minute, 5. I said for 2 minutes. You can mention 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Yes, then save it. Save here also. Here you can do very complex thing, like the job should run on the month last working day, like this, and save it immediate and date and time. There we can mention, is it like when and time when to start after job? Suppose there is a dependency. You should run job 2 after job. One job 1 take 10 hours, 5 hours, 1 minute. You can after event operation mode. You have a lot of operation mode. Operation mode means what operation mode means in the daytime operation mode, how you are working. Like you can create the operation mode in during operation mode. You are having 10 background process. In the night mode, you are having 20 background process. You can create the operation mode. Operation mode is a like timetable you can define in the SAP system. Then save it. Save already. Save. Then save on the top. Now save this condition. Save it is released also. Yes, it's released now. Now you go to SEM70 code. Now you execute. Now you can see Hashan finished. One is released. Released means it is waiting for the time next. After 2 minutes. After 2 minutes. Now is 11:16 here. Now you select your job and see the job logger weather. What was the job log? Got. Session is restricted to 500 hits. Finish. Job finish. Go back. Now you can see the spool of this job. What is the output of this job? Yes, spool. Spool is the output. Select the pool. Yes, write what this job is going to. This job is like taking all the directory. It is going to take the output of the directory. You can see there are 10, 7, and 29 entries are there in this job. This is fine. But Sanjay, can you please this operation mode? I'm not able to understand operational mode. What? What is operation mode? You stop sharing. What is operation mode if you are not? You are able to see my screen, right? You see here I am having in my SAP system. I am having 10 dialog and 5 background process. I am going to create a day operation in day operation. My day operation start from 8 am to 6 pm. What I want in the day operation I may be having. In the day operation. In the day operation daytime I am having 10 dialog, 5 background. But in nighttime we are having less users. Yes, I specify nighttime start from 6 pm to 8 am. Why we are wasting our dialog work process? We can mention our dialog work process. For dialog work process and total number, we cannot change. Total number will be same 11, background work process, 6 pm to 8 am. We are having 4 dialog work process and 11 background process. What is the benefit? Nighttime, we are scheduling. We schedule jobs in nighttime. Jobs in nighttime, we can parallel. We can parallel. How many jobs can run 11? Yes, parallel 11 jobs can run. Otherwise, only 5 jobs can run. But all got it. Now parallel 5, we can set the operation mode. If you want to create the operation mode, you can see here my screen. Yes, 004 is the T code. We can create any. I mode daytime operation mode daytime. Save it afternoon time, evening time, anything noon or night. I just say day and night. This is only one-time activity done by the basis. Concern day and night mode. After that, we can define in the day mode how many processes would be there. Settings based on current instances. New instance generate. In the day mode, are you able to see day and night mode? How many? In the day mode, how many? Dialog work process 10. In the night mode, there will be less number of users because night mode very less people. But background jobs will be running in the background job we have scheduled. We can specify here in the night mode, we can increase the number of background process. Total number we cannot change. Total number would be same. 10 plus 3 is 13, but we have changed. In the night mode, 9 background process can run, and in the daytime, 3 background process can run at a time, same time. Here we can run more dialog background. This is the purpose of background, a operation mode. But timing, where you mention like day, means timing. Where you mention yes, very good, you are very analytical. It means very, very analytical. Other way, if I have explained somebody say very good, then you are trying to understand. Where we have mentioned the time right way, I can say I'm the president of the US. It will not work. You want my passport or my identity card? Same way. Here you are right day night. Anything I can write here. But where I have mentioned very good, I have to mention somewhere. Where is the day? In Sim 63 I can mention. Are you able to see my screen? I can select operation mode. Select interval from 9 am to 6 pm. Operation mode is select interval, then assign operation mode date. Day is going to 9 to 6, 9 to 6. Day is 9 to 6 and remaining time we can mention the much random is safe. Very simple. We cannot select from 12 days 10 to 7 non-bit unique level. You can select individual by individual time also. Or you can select all the operation mode. Select interval. We can select in this way. After that we can save it. Or it is saying that it cannot be saved. Time gap. There must be. If you have, because you have created the operation mode, you have to specify which operation modes would be there. We have specified with this. Operation mode is automatic switching off. Why we require operation mode? Because if you want to change the parameter, these are the static parameter. If we are going to change the parameter, we have to restart the system. With this way, we don't have to restart the system. Getting my point? If we have to change the parameter, we have to restart the system. To avoid the restarter, and this is very important activity, if we want to plan the load according to the time, we can use the operation mode. We have to restart the system. That I learned how to focus on the Odama marched. We discussed RSPO Tanford and report, and we discussed the different LSG methods. What are the different kinds of methods for background jobs? We discussed M36, how to schedule a job, how to check the job, SM37. We have different release of a background job release schedule. We have different status of a background job. Schedule release active, schedule release active. Schedule means you have defined, but no time release ready. Ready means we have 9 p.m., 9 p.m. and 10 jobs have to run, but only we are having 2 background process. 2 background job is running. 8 have to wait here. Ready is also very important status to check the load on your system. We are having ready schedule release, ready active, finished and cancelled. These are the 6 kinds of status of a background. Guys, these are the 3 items. Did you measure your results? It was the last plan. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.